And our CNN is continuing its coverage of Founders Week, chronicling the history of Remnant City, from the first settlers hollowing out Phobos to modern-day automation. This segment is brought to you by Helios, the top-rated manufacturer of artificial light in the sector. Today's story features Robocore, from humble beginnings to mechanical conglomerate. Robocore was integral in the building of Remnant City and now assists in humanity's survival through the manufacturing and maintenance of automated service robots, and in ensuring another Singularity event never happens again. Robocore is always scanning for rogue AI threats and providing the framework for a better tomorrow. Be sure and thank a Robocore employee today.
Hey Silas, any big plans this weekend?
Just working on my project. What about you?
I'm getting some friends together to go to the ZGW event. Solar Flare is taking on Jack Nova for the RC Championships. Woohoo! Are you interested?
No thanks, David. I'm making headway on Thunderbird. And zero gravity wrestling doesn't appeal to me all that much. You know they're all fake, right?
It's scripted, Silas. The entertainment is what's real.
Well, I hope you enjoy it. By the way, did you see the new work order that just came in?
I only glanced at it. Alex mentioned it was a big list.
I heard from shipping that these 3 units were found by a dumpster in District 4. They're older models, and the scan indicate they were registered and owned by a missing cargo ship. Ain't that something? I don't know why Alex would have us try to fix trash, obsolete units. I bet he's really trying to make up some numbers for his upcoming performance review.
Corporate world, what do you expect?
Alright, let's see what we got. Well, it looks like this unit has short-circuited. Probably water damage.
I wish they'd make these units watertight.
They're IP67 rated, but it looks like the factory-sealed gasket in the CPU compartment were removed.
I'll bet it was someone trying to modify the unit.
Must be. Let's find out. Mismatched firmware. And now our console is not responding.
Do we need to reboot the console?
I guess we have to. The whole thing is frozen.
Look out! What's going on here? These malfunctioning units went berserk and attacked us. They were like a unified force. Silas intervened and disabled them.
It was like nothing I've ever seen before, Alex. They all activate at once and coordinate an attack.
Well, I don't like the sound of this. Let's keep this quiet for now. We don't need another corporate investigation. The two of you had better head home a little early. I'll finish up here. Tomorrow we can run a full diagnostics. The last thing we need is anti-singularity investigators shutting us down. Smooth moves, Silas. I've never seen anyone move like that. Are you sure you're not interested in ZGW? You could be a competitor in the Man vs. Machine division.
Well, never say never. If I get furloughed from Robocore, I'll need some income. Just gonna have to get over wearing shiny spandex and having another dude's sweaty crouch in my face. Anyway, gets us a wrap for the day. Gotta get back to my bird. You have a good day, okay, David? Humanity will always find a way to make a sanctuary. In my case, I turned this garage into a place where I can do something about my future. I don't like the fact that a corporation gets to decide what I should be doing with my time while I'm alive, so I'm doing something about it. Even though I hate my job, but it at least gives me a mean to work on something that keeps my sanity and gives me hope that there is more to life than just literally living inside of a rock. And that is building my spaceship. I have to finish this before the lease is up next month. I'm lucky enough to have found a garage this big for rent at a price I can afford. Hopefully, this will be my ticket into astro mining. Alright, I'm gonna have to give my friend Phoenix a call and see if he got any lead on that heat exchanger. That's the only thing left before I can actually test this thing.
Hey, I was just about to call you. That expensive heat exchanger you need for your ship? I found a guy who's willing to let you have it in exchange for a favor. You might not like this. It involves underground activity. Come meet me at the alley if you're interested.
Of course I'm interested. I'll be right over.
No one followed you?
If you're so concerned about privacy, why didn't you just come to my place, man?
Because the security cam by your apartment will have a record of me going into your place. And if anything happens to you after what I'm about to tell you, it would leave a trace right back to me.
Seriously? This is for a heat exchanger? Okay. Let's hear what you gotta say. And hopefully I don't get shot in the head?
Hey, if you don't want this, you can always try to save money for at least another 3 months.
Alright, you got my attention. What do you gotta say? Go on.
No one can know about this, okay? And leave no trace to me or the people I'm about to mention. Is Mr. Morello, you know, the politician? Well, his kid, Chris, got sent to prison down there for stabbing someone to death at a nightclub about a month ago.
Oh yeah, I saw that on the news. Everybody knows about that, so why so secretive?
Well, Chris has been kidnapped from the underground prison.
Oh, wow. By the undergrounders? That's like worse than a death sentence.
Actually, it was an underground terrorist group who calls themselves the Neogenics. They're trying to use Mr. Morello as a puppet to change some rules concerning the AI restriction. They threatened to kill Chris if the news broke out. And that's why we have to keep everything in secret.
Okay, so he needs someone to go down there and do some digging. And I'm assuming that's where I come in?
Exactly. Since you're ex-military with lots of combat experience during the Cleansing War, and you've been keeping a low profile all these years, that makes you the perfect man for the job. But you're gonna need some gear. Here's 1,000 credits for you to pick up whatever you need at the gun store across the street. As you know, there's no communications from here on out. My friend, this gig would pay more than enough for you to finish your ship, but not so much that you can just buy one. I'll come and get you whenever you're back up here with some good info. Good luck, buddy.
Looking to buy some guns?
Let's see what you got.
We've got quite a big selection. State your business, citizen.
Mushroom hunting.
Don't bring anyone or anything illegal back up here. You understand?
How can I help you, citizen?
Do you know anything about someone being kidnapped from the prison recently?
I don't know much about it. You'd have better luck asking the prison guard.
That will be all. Thanks.
Stay safe down here, citizen.
The prison is closed. No visitors allowed.
I'm here for Chris Morello.
What business do you have? Who sent you?
Actually, I'm a journalist from Remnant City Network News. You know, RCNN. I'm trying to cover a story.
The most trustworthy news in the solar system? Don't fool me, kid. You ain't one of them. I'm not here to chit-chat. Now get lost. The prison is closed. No
I'm here for Chris Morello.
What business do you have? Who sent you?
His father, the politician.
Well, I'm ordered not to say anything.
This is serious. His life is in danger.
Look, I'm just a prison guard. I'm ordered not to give out any information to outsiders. However, there's a private investigator in Bree that could probably help you.
What's a private investigator's name?
Griffin, I don't know, something, I don't remember.
So how do I get to Bree?
Usually Bree dwellers get here through the old tunnels, but I wouldn't go through the tunnels right now. It's packed with robots and stuff that'll kill you, due to, a recent incident. You'll have a much better chance going through the old sewers.
How do I get to the old sewers?
Keep walking the other way. You'll figure it out.
Thanks for your help, officer.
Barbecue crickets. Very nutritious and delicious. Would you like to try some?
Sure.
That would be $250, sir.
$1? What's $1?
Searching for a definition. Definition found. On April 2nd, 1792, the United States Congress created the United States dollar as the country's standard unit of money. The term dollar had already been in common usage since the colonial period, when it referred to the 8 real coin Spanish dollar used by the Spanish throughout the New Spain.
Never mind.
Just mind. Yeah, whatever.
Looks like a pretty good day for junk now, Dad. Should could go for a hot dog right about now. I wonder if they're still serving those things in the food court. Oh no, the rogue bots! Thanks, pal. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along.
Have there always been this many rogue bots down here?
There are usually one or two, but never anything like this. It's like something came through and activated all these hunks of junk. This used to be a good spot to scavenge for parts. You could always find some copper or electronic components that weren't completely corroded. This was a dumping ground for anyone with a robot they needed to disappear. Ever hear of dirty bots?
Yeah, robots reprogrammed illegally. They're wired to steal, vandalize, or murder, depending on the gang. I thought RCPD had a handle on that.
Well, you can see how well that worked out.
Anyway, I'm looking for someone from above districts. Have you seen anyone that doesn't look like they belong down here lately?
Not in this section of the underground. Sorry, pal. If you're looking for people, your best bet is Bree.
Bree like Brie Larson?
What? No. The village of Bree. It's an unsanctioned city in the underground. I stay there every once in a while. Friendly people, and relative safety from murder bots and underground creatures.
Creatures?
Creepy crawlies, I call them. They've taken up residence here, too. Not sure where they came from.
So how do I get to Bree?
You can go through the old sewers. You can get there through the old tunnels, but I heard gunfire echoing through there earlier. You might want to steer clear for now.
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
When you get to Bree, ask for Griffin Hale. He's your man if you want to know what's going on. He was a cop, topside, before he came down here. Tell him Skylord sent you.
Door.
The office is closed, and your shooter won't work here, friend. This is a weapons-tight zone, just like on street level.
You must be Griffin Hale. I'm Silas, from District 3.
And you can read, too. Impressive.
I was told to come look for you.
And who told you that?
A scavenger who goes by Skylord.
Well, what do you need?
I'm here to find out what happened to Chris Morello. Last heard, he's been abducted by a terrorist cell called the Neogenics.
That's old news, Silas. Where do you get your information? RCNN?
I don't normally watch the news, but when I do, I prefer RCNN.
Don't be naive.
You act like we have so many choices. What do you know about Chris Morello?
I know that the Neogenic cell came to town looking for some supplies before they headed back to their base. Some of the officials here thought it would be better to trade with them than confront them. There were only 3 of them, but they were heavily armed. I figure the rest of them were hiding out in the tunnels. That's where they have your Morello stashed. They were bragging about downing a police drone.
I hope that drone is still around and not completely destroyed. I wonder if I can fix it.
I guess it's your lucky day then. If you're good with machines, you should look into hacking that police drone those Neogenics guys smoked. It's just within the entrance to the tunnels on Bree's side. It may give you an edge. I have some extra body armor in the closet too. Take it. You'll need it.
You need something.
Overlord Drone PX-7000. I guess the scavengers won't dare to touch anything that belongs to the police. Good thing I spent the past 3 years learning the Overlord's 5G remote command protocol. Not many Robocore technicians even know that this is a third-party algorithm. Looks like someone's been trying to hack this thing and activated the factory lockdown reset. I guess that's why they just left it here. Alright, bypassing the security server uplink, rerouting command protocol to my PDA, and bingo. Beautiful. Now let's see if I can access the controls remotely. Let's see if the maneuver control is still good. Let's fly this thing close to Bree's main light to get a good view of the city. Thrust vector seems to be working perfectly as well. Now I just need to find a robot to control. I'm sure I can find an old service bot that is still intact somewhere around here. Nothing here.
If you are here for the service bot, I am sorry. We have sold out.
I'm just looking for one that's still intact. It doesn't have to be perfect. Do you have any?
I suppose this one is considered still intact, but I do not have any power cell left to power it. My last client also cleared out my stock of all robot power cells.
Power cells of Robocore service bots are constructed to self-destruct if anyone tries to remove it from the core. How do you manage to harvest them in the first place?
It is my trade secret. If I tell you, I would have to kill you. But I'll tell you what. If you can bring me a fresh robo chassis from a T10 or T11 model, I will make it happen for you. For a price, of course.
All I see down here are T1s and T2 parts. Robocore started their advanced recycling program since the T3 series came out. And T10s and T11s were on a massive recall a few years ago. There's no way I can find anything like that, especially down here.
Ha! You must watch a lot of CNN news. There was never a massive recall. No time to explain. Just go to the old sewers, and you will find some old T10 service bots in the old water control room. But be careful. What do you need?
I think I found what you need.
You found the T10 chassis?
Here you go.
See? I told you. Plenty of T10s. They were never on a massive recall. It was a cover-up. Turn around. You're not allowed to look. It's my trade secret.
Okay. Interesting way to hide your trade secret. So, the T10 citywide malfunction a few years back was a cover-up, huh? What do you know about it?
You ask a lot of questions. You gonna pay me for all the history lesson? Speaking of pay money, this service was cost $10,000. Can you even afford it?
What? You're kidding, right? I don't have any dollars. Only a few credits.
I thought topside people are supposed to be rich. You people come down here to hunt for mushrooms and do things you normally couldn't. Treating us undergrounders like we stupid. Now you are trying to get free service?
Look, friend. I don't look down on people who chooses freedom over comfort, okay? I'm trying to escape the system myself. That's why I'm down here. How about this? I'll make you a deal. You saw that police overlord drone that your recent client shot down, right?
Of course. Don't tell me you're trying to get me that thing. The people who shot it down tried to have me hack it earlier. But it has a new auto shut-off chip I have never seen before. I couldn't even get the power to come back on.
What if I tell you I already have? Take a look.
Oh, no way. How did you do that?
Let's just say it's my trade secret. But I can teach you how to hack it, if you help me get the service bot up and running. Do we have a deal?
You have a deal, my friend. And I am assuming you're not just going to use an overlord drone to command a service bot just to dance around, right? Here, I even give it a pistol to give you an edge.
Thanks, friend. This helps a lot. And as promised, here's the instruction on how to hack the overlord drone.
Pleasure doing business with you. Come back anytime.
This will do. Now let's test the overlord combat command system and see how well it can order this droid around. Great. Command transfer successful. Let's test its responsiveness. Might as well order it to go by the tunnel entrance and get ready to rock and roll.
T12 service bot at your service. T12 service bot at your service.
You need They said he never do such a thing.
Alright, time to head into the old tunnels. Better send out the overlord drone to scout ahead. Don't want any surprises. Robocore bots are hardwired to ignore the overlord drone's signature, so the underground rogue bots should completely be oblivious to this police drone. Holy cow! Looks like they're building an army with these rogue bots. Why? They must have gone through some serious digging. Most of the junk Robocore parts down here are corroded. I have a bad feeling about this. Phoenix got some explaining to do when I get back up. Anywho, I need to find where the Neogenics camp is. It must be in one of these tunnels. The service bot that Nope rebuilt was made out of the same parts as these underground robots. So they should think it's one of their own, unless I order it to open fire. Seems like these robots are set to kill any humans on sight.
T-12 service bot at your service. Better send out the Overlord drone to scout ahead. Don't want any surprises. Robocore bots are hardwired to ignore the Overlord drone's The service bot that Nope rebuilt was made out of the same parts as these underground robots, so they should think it's one of their own, unless I order it to open fire. Poor guy. Seems like these robots are set to kill any humans on sight. This must be it. Now I just have to get past these bots, to get inside the tunnels and find out what happened to Marco Morello. Where I can get more info on what they're doing. No recordings, just live feed cameras. At least I can open the gates to let the Overlord in.
Old school electrical junction box. That was easy. My goodness. This is definitely against the law. They have programmed these old service bots to automate self-reproduction. So this is how they're building an army. But for what? What the? Hale?
We have got to stop meeting like this.
If you came for the firefight, you're too late. I wiped them all out.
Well, then we're right on time.
We kept track of your progress on the surveillance cameras. Good work, Silas.
Wait a minute. You just sat back and watched me do all the work?
You were the one looking for some action. Didn't want to steal all the fun. And you seemed to have your ways with machines. Figured you could handle it.
How you like my service spot?
It served me well.
Hey, Nope. Can you hack this terminal and see if I'm right about the access port?
Wow. You were right about this, Griffin. I will give you some of my deep-fried squid for this. We're going to space.
Ugh. You can keep it.
Huh, your loss. Deep-fried squid is really hard to find in space, you know?
Would someone mind filling me in? And I'm not talking about the squid.
I suspected the neogenics guys were getting down here some way other than the elevator. They would show up and disappear just as quickly.
We were thinking that they might have an access pod from space.
Hold on. You mean to say that they're getting in through the back door?
Exactly. They must have a secret tube they use to come inside Phobos, and then fly through as any of the districts revolves past.
We've been trying to find their access point for weeks. We're going to replicate their procedure. I have a friend who is willing to help us get out of Phobos. We just need to find a way into space without having to go through the upper districts.
According to the blueprint, it looks like that the pod is by the end of the tunnel, behind a large storage room, which they have converted into a quantum magnetosphere generator.
I have no clue what that is, but while you're on it, can you see if they mention anything about Chris Morello?
Let's see. Okay, here. There's a memo on here saying they have accomplished their mission and will rendezvous with COS operative in Sector C to initiate Phase 2. They also mention that they've assembled and deployed the Necromancer unit to maintain production until the next phase. Sound like something big is about to happen. All the more reason to find a way to get people out of here.
Looks like we have to find that magneto generator room to get to where we need.
I might as well go and see if they left any clue about Morello.
I guess we all have the same destination. Let's party. Might be a good idea to bring your Overlord drone to scout ahead. If you still have the service bot, we could use another gun. Let me know when you're ready. Magneto generator room. This way. Follow me. Robots. Take cover, but we have to keep moving. Holy Masaman Curry, what is that thing?
That's a new one on me. What was that all about?
Advanced wireless electricity and quantum electromagnetic field manipulation. I haven't seen it before, but I read a paper on it. This is a secret advanced technology the government and the big tech like Robocore doesn't want anyone to know about.
What? You sound like one of those advanced AI conspiracy theorists my boss was telling me about.
We prefer the term conspiracy realists.
No offense, fellas, but it sounds like you've been eating way too many red mushrooms down here. You guys should get out more. Just because you see a robot repair itself with some lightning effect doesn't mean it's singularity. Let's head to the generator room.
The magneto generator room should be this way. Follow me.
They say to trust your heart, but use your head.
Ha! You thought you're so clever, aren't ya?
I tried.
Keep your eyes peeled. There might be more of them in there.
No sign of Chris Murillo.
They're long gone, apparently to Sector C.
Wow. They built a makeshift quantum magnetosphere generator out of scrap parts.
What does this thing do, exactly?
Quantum magnetic fields can be used for many crazy things. Tens of thousand kilowatt-hour of on-demand wireless electrical power is one of them. Manipulating metallic objects from a distance is another. I guess that's how that necromancer bot was able to remotely reconstruct a destroyed robot in an instant.
So, should we shut this thing down?
No, that might alarm them even further, if what we just didn't already. We're not here to stop anything, we're just here to find our way to outer space.
He's right. There's not really a way these bots could really communicate to their masters outside of Phobos with radio signals. Unless they have a high penetrating frequency like a 6G or something. But we all know that's banned in many human inhabited sectors. But if we shut this down, who knows what will happen? Best to just leave it alone since we don't know anything about it. The passage to the vent hole leading to space should be right beyond that door. And that's what we're really here for. We don't want to be messing with the neogenics.
Neither do I. I'm just here for a missing person.
Here's a workstation. Hand me that head. I can check to see if I can locate its memory chip. Whoa! This is nothing like I've ever seen. There is no memory chip in here. All the readings indicate there's a quantum computer chip inside this head.
A quantum computer chip? Yeah, right. Quantum computers were a pipe dream of the 21st century. They never really got that far before the singularity happened. The AI didn't even need quantum computing to take over. Imagine singularity with quantum computing.
I am telling you, there is a quantum computer chip in that head. How else could you explain the quantum magnetic field manipulation this thing uses to resurrect dead bodies? It takes a tremendous amount of computing power to calculate electromagnetic beams needed to arrange molecules to the right place in such a short time.
That's the thing. We don't know. How do we even know the dead bodies were actually dead? It could just have been an auto shutoff feature that can be reset remotely. Just because you saw a fancy robot perform some lightning show doesn't mean it's quantum black magic. How would you know what a quantum computer signal looks like anyway?
I've read it from Dr. Kandenko's paper.
Dr. Grindenko? That ex-Robocore scientist who was laughed out of the industry for promoting conspiracy theories? You actually believe his stuff? Wow, you guys really are on red mushrooms.
This is bigger than all of us, Silas. There's more to the story than what you hear on the mainstream news. Tune in to the radio signal I sent you. Join the resistance.
Look, it's been a long day, okay? I have a lot to process. You can't expect me to all of a sudden believe in a conspiracy theory and join your cult the first day we met. No matter how weird things might seem, there's always some other explanation. I mean, for goodness sake, how do I know you're not the Neogenics guys? For all I know, you all could have been behind all of this.
Ha! Look who's coming up with his own conspiracy theory now. But I get it. I'd be skeptical too if I were you. But the fact that you're still alive should be enough proof that we're not the bad guys. Let's face it, you could have not survived that fight without our help. What are you doing with that robot head, by the way?
Well, I'll at least try to take this head to Dr. Grindenko to see what he has to say. If I know more about it, I'm sure I'll be able to make some kind of deal with Robocore.
You share that with Robocore, and they'll share a bullet into your brain. Be smart.
I appreciate your concern, gentlemen. Thanks for all your help, though, seriously. Without Chris Morello, my business here is done. I'm sure we'll meet again sometime.
You plan on carrying a neogenic robot head like that out in the open? You won't even make it past the elevator guard. The RCPD would immediately detain you.
Huh. Haven't thought ahead that far yet, I guess. It's been a long day. Well, any suggestion?
I can make you a deal. You give me that police drone, and I'll make sure the head gets up to District 3 without a trace.
How are you gonna pull that off?
Another one of my trade secrets. Let's just say, I have created my own delivery logistic for my topside clients. Once you're back up there, go to a dumpster at the location I'm about to send you.
I guess I have no other choice. Deal. I'll leave the drone with you, and we'll transfer the authorization code after I get my package. You know, trust but verify.
I always deliver. It will be waiting for you in the morning. It will be in an old cardboard box marked Elephant 42. You remember all that? Anyway, Hale and I have to get going. We have a lot of preparation to do. You go ahead and do what you need, but we'll be out of your hair.
What you looking at? Yeah.
How can I help you, citizen?
I need to get back up to Remnant City.
I'll call the elevator. Stand by.
Looks like I got a package. An earpiece, huh? I'm sure it's from Grandma.
Hey, it's Phoenix.
Well, hello, Grandma. You didn't send me any cookies.
Yeah, I'm your grandmother. Merry Christmas. This is a little better than meeting at back alleys, isn't it? This is a special encrypted 5G earpiece, so we can stay in contact in city districts. Glad you've made it back up.
Why didn't you give me this in the first place?
'Cause the signal won't reach into the underground, and I don't want any trace if you were to not make it. Anyway, what did you find?
I met some undergrounders, the remains of a neogenic camp, and a small robot army. But no Chris Morello.
Well, I'm sure Mr. Morello will be disappointed to hear that. Neogenic's forces weren't there either.
No human forces. But get this. I saw an automated robot production operation down there using discarded units, which clearly violates the anti-singularity laws.
It seems we're going to have to change the playbook a little. While you were downstairs, the kidnappers contacted Mr. Morello. Mr. Morello's military contact was able to trace the signal out to Sector C in space. So, here's the deal. You're going to get a Vera brand heat exchanger, and I'll send my guys over to install it for free.
Nothing is free, Phoenix. What will it cost me?
I have another source who suspects something is off at Robocore. I need you to upload a bug in their server in District 3.
What? Now that's going too far, Phoenix. Is this some sort of corporate espionage plot?
This is much bigger than any one of us thought. I need you to check out the signal we traced to Sector C. We think that neogenics might be connected to the Church of Shadows.
The Church of what?
The Church of Shadows has deep roots in Remnant City. A secret society with its fingers in all the pies.
Oh, Phoenix. Not you too. I've heard enough of conspiracy stuff tonight.
I'm sending you the bug. Upload it in the server tomorrow. It'll be alright, Silas. Have I steered you wrong before?
Okay, I'll do it. I'll call you tomorrow.